everyone, this is Shambhavi, and once again, it's been a very long time. I think it's almost been 2 months. Um, I have an explanation to give, I swear. It's the fact that I never film unless and until I feel this strong, intuitive rush to film a video and like this urge to like sit in front of the camera and talk. Like, I do not film a YouTube video unless and until there is like something inside of me truly telling me that, oh, you need to film a video, you need to speak, you need to, get it out of the system, you need to articulate all of these emotions and everything that, you've just, all of the wisdom that you've just gathered. And then that is exactly when I sit in front of the camera and start yapping. But yeah, today's video, I'm a little sick by the way. Today's video is going to be about all of the things that I did in the first semester of university, all of the things I didn't do in the first semester of university, and all of the things that I feel like I should have done in the first semester of university. I can't even believe first sem's almost over. Like, we have exams coming up in less than a week, and I'm supposed to be preparing for them. And yet, here I am filming. Priorities. Anyways, I swear, I will start studying. I promise I'll start studying. That's a lie. But like, okay. Anyways, so yeah, let's get into the video and talk. Let's go! The weirdest part about me filming my YouTube videos is probably the fact that I sit with my collar mic in my hand instead of just using it as a collar mic. But okay, whatever. So to begin with, we're gonna start talking about all of the things that I have done in university. I've done a lot of things, okay? So honestly speaking, I was an introvert, okay? Up until like, I think I'd say July 2025. I've been a massive introvert my entire life, very socially awkward, very apprehensive of what to say in front of people and what not to say, very also extremely just contemplative in general in life, okay? Like, anything I want to do, the smallest thing, I would always just sit around and contemplate on, whether I should do things or whether I should not do things. I would be too scared to approach people, and that's one thing which I changed in July of 2025. I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna be a completely different person. I'm gonna be unrecognizable. And once I decide upon what I want other people to view me as, that is exactly what they will view me as. And this should be the case with you too, okay? Come up with an idea of who you want to be and what you want to be. This is something I've always told you guys in every single one of my videos. Come up with an idea of who you want to be, what you want to be, and just start behaving like you are that person. That's it. And then you literally call it into your reality. It's so fun. It's amazing. And you can try it with different types of personalities. This does not have to be a stressful game of, figuring out, oh my god, all of my goals, all of my ambitions, how am I going to make it come true? You can turn it into a game. You can turn it into a literal simulation game. And it'll be fun. Trust me, I promise. So that is the first thing that I changed about my personality. I decided not to be apprehensive. And I decided that I'm going to go up to people and talk to so many people in university, make so many connections, and I hopefully do not fear anybody in university. That was what was going on through my mind. Obviously, like any normal 18-year-old, I was very anxious okay, before the first day of university, I was literally like sobbing, and I was like, what the heck am I going to do? What if people don't like me? What if I don't make friends? Oh my god, this is so stressful. But then I told myself that, wait, you know what? This doesn't have to be about making friends. Like, this doesn't have to be about people at all. This has to be about you. And that is something I want to actually talk about in this video. Is that your university experience is supposed to be all about you. Like, you're supposed to grow, have new experiences, make new friends, probably even lose friends in the process. Also, learn a lot of things, okay? Learn from everyone. Everybody has something to teach you, and that is the mindset you're supposed to chase. That's the only thing you're supposed to chase. It's the fact that you want to learn from everybody around you. You can learn from anyone, okay, and you can learn something that you think is not even important, but later on in life you will need it. Okay, that is very important to remember, honestly, that you might learn things in university which you might question, and you'll be like, why was I taught this lesson? Like, why did I learn this through this person? And you wouldn't really exactly get the answers in that moment. Like, you wouldn't have an answer in that moment as to why you learned a lesson through another person, but later on in life you'll definitely see it. And this comes from experience from high school. I learned a lot of things from all of my high school mates, all of my classmates, batchmates, everyone, teachers, everyone. And in that moment I was like, what's the point of me learning this? This is literally useless for me. But then in university, all of those skills, all of those lessons did come into use. Think about it. It came into use in the first semester of university, and I still have like 5 semesters to go. Oh my god. This is getting a little too real. Anyways, so yeah. And apart from that, okay, yeah, one thing I did, which I actually feel like I shouldn't have, is talk to way too many people. I talk to everyone. I talk to everyone in university, and don't get me wrong, there is not an ounce of regret in my soul or in my body about the fact that I talk to that many people. It's just that there are days where I don't have the energy to go around and talk to all of those same people. Like, I don't have the energy to entertain all of the people I've ever spoken to. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people at all. Sometimes I want to talk to more people. And that's okay. The thing is, when I don't want to talk to people, people in my college, people in my university, they are not used to seeing the introverted me. They're not used to seeing me as a shy, quiet person, okay? They're very used to seeing me as a loud, bubbly girl. And at the end of the day, that is exactly who I am, okay? But at times I don't feel like I have the energy to go and speak, and I still force myself to do it. I still force myself to go and socialize because a part of me thinks that, oh, discipline, do everything that you don't want to do. But not at the stake of my mental health. I'm not gonna put my mental health at stake and then go and speak to like 150 people just because discipline. Like, yes, discipline, but also mental health, please. Yeah, that happens. Like, there's a lot a lot of things going on in your brain, and you don't want to talk to people, but you still have to. And I'm trying to find a middle ground, and I hope I find it by the end of my second semester, because this is going to be another adventure, and I'm so up for it. I'm so up for learning more. I sound like a geek, but that's okay. I sound like a literal geek, bro. That's okay. Another thing that I feel like I shouldn't have done. There's honestly a lot of things. Like, the thing is, I don't have any script prepared. I have not taken any notes down. This is all coming out intuitively. So, yeah, that's one part of it. Let's see, what else? Okay, this is very important. I feel like I shouldn't have judged people. Now, the thing is, I changed a lot of that aspect of my personality over the past 3 to 4 months. But like in the beginning of university, I was sitting there, and again, this is gonna link us back to one of my old videos where I was talking about haters hating because they're insecure, and I saw it in myself, and obviously not afraid to admit the fact that there are bad qualities in me. I'm going to acknowledge them and I'm going to change them. So at the beginning of university, I noticed that I was feeling very out of place. Not only because, okay, so initially I was not going to pursue the major that I am pursuing. I'm pursuing business administration, but a part of me, like, I actually never really wanted to pursue business administration. I don't know why I came into this major, but yeah. And so I wasn't even in the stream that is required to take this major. I was in a completely different stream. So when I entered this course, I felt very out of place. And at times I still do feel out of place with, my peers. I feel like, oh, we're different types of smart. These people are more analytical smart, and I am more humanistic smart. Like, I am more practical smart. I can see the difference between the types of intelligence. This is mostly just because I've been a psychology student before, but like, yeah. And that made me feel very out of place. So I used to look for reasons to not be friends with people, and that was very rude of me. So I changed it, and I realized, like, halfway through as I was doing that, I realized that I shouldn't be doing this. Why am I judging people that I don't even know? So I changed it. I was like, yeah, you know what, you're not going to judge people. You're going to change this about yourself, and you're going to be a little more open about the kind of people you're surrounded with right now, and stop being conceited. And that helped me long way in the long run also, because I feel like the minute I let go of that insecurity that I don't fit in, the minute I let go of the negative beliefs that I held against myself, it was so much more easier to go and talk to people. Like, once I let go of all of those thoughts and the negative beliefs, for me it was like, oh, everybody else in the room is just another person for me to go and talk to. Everybody else in the room is just another opportunity for me to gain new experiences, learn new lessons, and talk to newer people, understand other people's belief systems, their values, their ideals, and just get along with the people that have similar values as me. So that's exactly what I did. I started socializing a lot more around the beginning of August, and once I started socializing, I didn't shut up. And I'm still yapping. And I'm still yapping in college too. I feel like a lot of my experiences in college have a lot to do with the kind of person I was in the past. Like, I literally completely let go. Like, I don't think people in my college would ever believe me if I told them that I'm an introvert. I don't look like an introvert. I swear I don't look like an introvert. And all of this personality change, all of this, social energy change was brought to my existence by me in the span of less than a week. So if I can bring that big of a change in my social energy in less than a week, then think about how much change you can bring into your life in like a year. And keep that in mind. You can bring a lot of change into your life in a year. Keep that in mind for next year. Keep that in mind for 2026. It's almost here. Anyways, so those are all of the things that I have done in college, and the things that I have done but I felt like I shouldn't have done. But yeah. So now let's talk about all of the things that I feel like I should have done in university but I didn't do. A lot of these things, I'm actually very embarrassed about this. A lot of these things have a lot to do with academics. To sum it up, in the first semester of university, I exclusively focus on making connections and, getting into clubs and being more socially active, which is good, but I also feel like I neglected academics to a very, very extreme extent, and I shouldn't have done that. So that is a change that I'm going to bring about in my second semester. I'm not going to um, neglect academics, and I'm going to start studying very well. But like, hey, I'm going to try to bring about better changes in my academic performance. Um, and yeah, but apart from that, things I should have done. I should have, like, okay, so I made a lot of social connections. Like, I spoke to a lot of newer people, and I, made a lot of like connections and networked a lot in university. But I did not hang out with any of my university friends outside of uni. I did not do that. And I feel like I should do that to get to know them better and also to, just have fun and chill out a little. Because for me, everything is business. Like, everything has to be business. Everything needs to be, for a reason. Like, shit needs to happen for a fucking reason. I am not going to let things in my life occur. I'm not going to let events in my life occur without, any meaning or without having control over it, which is a bad thing about me, which I'm trying to change. And we can see how that's working out. But yeah, so definitely one of the things that I should have done is probably hung out more with my uni friends outside of uni. And I'm going to start doing that. Also, I feel like in terms of things that I should have done, definitely attend more lectures, especially in the second half of the first sem. I have barely attended lectures. Like, in the first half of the first sem, I still attended like a huge amount of lectures. Like, I attended almost every single lecture. But after my mid sems, my attendance is like, it's almost at the same point as that of the Mariana Trench. Like, it's bad, okay? And I'm trying to catch up with my attendance. I'm going to go to university a little more frequently. We only have 3 more days of uni left in sem 1. So I'm gonna try to go for all 3 days. It's hard, okay? It's hard being a uni student. But then again, well, what isn't hard, right? Everything's hard. So yeah, that is it. I'm going to do all of that stuff. And things you should do is definitely, please take your academics seriously since the very first semester of university, because it's so important. It's so, so, so important. I cannot stress enough on it. And yeah, that is about it. That is everything that I had for this video, I think so. I hope I've covered everything that I wanted to say. Alright, so guys, that is everything that I had for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I really, really hope there was something to take away from today's video also. And yeah, that was all that I had for today's video. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully soon. Until then, bye bye! I love you very much.